2 years ago, I started a YouTube automation channel to find out how much money you can actually make, or if all the gurus were just lying. And after generating over 75 million views across multiple channels, I think it's time someone gives you the unfiltered truth. Today, I'll share everything you need to know about getting started, how much my channel has actually made so far, and whether or not you can trust the gurus to find out if YouTube automation is right for you. But for this to all make sense, we need to start at the beginning.
Dip hasn't uploaded in 5 months. Did bro forget he has a YouTube channel?
I heard he's on a beach in Bali.
Reported missing after breaking the algorithm.
I heard he's just been busy getting clients insane results.
First, you need to understand exactly what I'm referring to when I say YouTube automation. See, when YouTube first started, most channels were attached to a person, meaning there was a real human in the videos. But then, one day, some lazy genius decided to upload a video without ever getting in front of the camera. Instead, this lazy mastermind recorded his voiceover from the comfort of his underwear. Then he paid an editor to add some stock footage, and then uploaded the video, which ended up getting millions of views. And boom, YouTube automation was born. Today, there are thousands of channels doing this, and you probably watch some of them like I do. But now, there are also tons of gurus out there claiming that this is the easiest business model in 2025. They usually drive around in an expensive car, and they wear a big watch, and they attribute all their success to YouTube automation. But conveniently, they never show you any of the channels that they supposedly own. These guys love calling it YouTube automation because the word automation makes it sound easier than it actually is. And if I'm honest, that's what got me interested in the first place. So that takes us to the beginning of my 2-year journey, where I set out to start a new YouTube channel to find out if the gurus were lying or not. And the first step in that process was choosing a niche. Listen, this is literally the most important decision that you're gonna make. And it's the only reason that another channel of mine with 64 million views only makes $6,000, while this new channel only has 10 million views, but has made $45,000. And just wait till I show you other ways we make money with this channel later in the video. But it all starts with choosing the right niche. So what makes a good niche? Well, I've researched hundreds of faceless channels, and the best niches are able to say yes to these 3 very important questions. Will people who have money spend time watching this video? Is this a trending niche that more people will care about over time? And will I enjoy making content about this topic for the next few years? The first one's important because YouTube pays you for the amount of views you get. And here's a little hint for you. YouTube pays you more if your viewers aren't brokies just doom scrolling garbage content. You've got to find a way to make content that wealthy people want to watch. The second one's important because there has to be enough people out there who will want to consume your content. And finally, that last one's important because you're going to burn out if you don't enjoy what you're talking about. If you can genuinely answer yes to all these, then you have a good niche. And this is something that I wish the gurus told me when I was first starting out, because I wasted a lot of time making rain sound videos that didn't get any views, compilation channels that couldn't get monetized, and boring channels that just made me hate my life. And that takes us to step 2. This one's the most important step for getting views and traction. And it's a huge reason my channel's been able to get over 10 million views and grow to 280,000 subscribers in 2 years.
Do you frequently go that far out of your way to capture the thumbnail?
Yeah, I mean, of course, everyone should. If people don't click, they don't watch. So you want to give them something to click.
So let me just simplify that for you. You need to get people to click on your video, then watch your video, and finally enjoy their time watching your video. But as a beginner, the hard part is doing those things better than anyone else. So why do people click on videos anyways? Well, let's just look at this video. You clicked on this video because the topic or storyline is something that you're interested in. This title is intriguing, right? And then of course, this thumbnail looks like it was done by Da Vinci himself. But coming up with good video ideas as a beginner can be really tough. So I'm gonna make it really simple for you. Moving forward, you have 3 options. You can find a viral outlier in your niche. Like, see how this video of mine is very much inspired by this video? Obviously, don't copy anyone word for word, but you can find viral topic ideas like this really easily. And actually, my favorite tool to do this is called Velio, where you can easily search for outlier videos in your niche with high view counts. And no, this video is not sponsored by them, I just like this tool. The second way you can find viral outlier videos is from another niche. Like, see how this video performed well in another niche? And then I brought the concept over to my niche and used it, and it also performed well? Yeah, I call that concept hacking. The third way you can go viral is using a proven scripting framework. There are a lot of these, but a really good example of this is the hero's journey, which I explain more in the video that just popped up on the right, so click that after this video. But a good idea isn't everything. you're also going to need to pique their interest. And this is where a lot of people really mess up. Most small YouTubers I see start scripting a video and then they film it and then they edit the titles and the thumbnails. But that's a huge mistake. Before any of your favorite YouTubers ever consider filming a video, they come up with the topic, title, and thumbnail. This is not only because your title and thumbnail are going to be the first things that people see, but it's also because the first 10 seconds of your video needs to match the title and the thumbnail. Again, let's look at my video, and now let's rewatch the hook in case you forgot. 2 years ago, I started a YouTube automation channel to find out how much money you can actually make, or if all the gurus were just lying. And after generating over 75 million views across multiple channels, I think it's time someone gives you the unfiltered truth. Do you see how you're immediately reassured that the video you're watching is going to deliver on the promise I made with the title and the thumbnail? So after the hook, you need to worry about one thing and one thing only: retention, also known as average view duration. And this is one of the biggest things you need to perfect to trigger the YouTube algorithm. In fact, I even got my hands on a Mr. Beast document where he gives away all his YouTube secrets, and this is what he had to say about AVD. If you want me to send you that entire document for free, I put a link in the description of my video. But to improve your AVD, you can do a few things. First, find a good story or a plot. This is going to make the viewer stick around to find out what happens. Like, notice how you're still here to find out how much money I've made so far and whether or not these gurus are lying to you. Second is good production. This is what's going to impress the viewer. Like, do you notice how this video is edited in a way that makes you feel like you're watching a Netflix movie? Third are what I call open loops. And this is where you open new loops in your story that you're going to close later on. An example of this would be that I tell you later in this video, I'm going to be sharing why I've decided to quit YouTube automation altogether, so stick around.
What?
And in all seriousness, I'm not quitting YouTube, but I do have a major surprise at the end of this video. And the last thing that will improve your AVD is what I call meaningless nonsense. These are the little moments that go inside your video that allow your viewer to breathe and digest. The funny memes, the animations, all these things add to the viewing experience. Oh, and in case you're looking for actual benchmark stats that will trigger the algorithm, I studied over 1,000 viral videos in different niches, and almost all the viral outliers do the following. They get a 7 to 10% view to like ratio, they get a 2% view to comment ratio, they have a click-through rate of at least 5%, and for educational content, the AVD is usually 35% or more, and for entertainment content, it's usually 50% or more. And to prove that, here's a brand new channel that I just recently started. You can see it has just over 5,000 views, and it's gotten about 187 subscribers. I don't want to mess with the traffic yet because this is a brand new channel, but it's growing really fast, and I'll be showing you the channel soon, so make sure you're subscribed to me. But back to the term YouTube automation. You're probably still waiting for the automation part of this business model, right? After all the gurus make it sound so easy. So what does that process really look like? Well, I'm going to show you my workflow from 2 different channels of mine. Channel A was in a very different niche, and it's generated over 60 million views in 3 years. Channel B is the channel you're watching right now, where I've generated over 10 million views in 2 years. On Channel A, I outsourced everything, meaning I went over to Fiverr and I hired someone to write scripts, to do the voiceovers, the editing, create thumbnails, even come up with ideas. I literally was embracing the lazy mastermind genius in that. But soon, I started to realize how much of a mistake I had made. See, I was paying a few $100s a month to do all this, but the channel only made about $6,000 total, which was way different than what all the gurus said. I realized that this was actually my own fault. I made 2 very important mistakes here. First, I chose a bad niche, which goes to show how important step 1 is in this process. And 2, I tried to outsource everything, which was too much. So then, on Channel B, which is the channel you're watching right now, I decided to outsource way less of the work and choose a niche that answered the 3 critical questions I showed you earlier. That meant that I was going to have to do more work myself. I would come up with the video ideas, the topics, and I would record all the voiceovers. Yes, this is my real voice, but I would still outsource the editing because that is the most time-consuming part. And if I'm being honest, my editor is way more talented than I could ever be behind the sticks. So how much do I spend, and more importantly, how much do I make from this YouTube automation channel? Well, I went back and did the math, and each video costs somewhere between $600 and $2,500. That's all in for editing, animations, design, and thumbnails. Each video takes me weeks to put together, and so far I've spent $36,000 and over 2,000 hours of my life on this. So how quote-unquote automated does that sound to you? Finally, let's get to what you're all here for, the revenue. And you're not gonna believe this. After generating 10 million views gurus in the digital marketing niche, my channel has only made a whopping $45,000 from YouTube AdSense so far. That means in total, I've spent $36,000 to make $9,000 in profit. So you can go tell your favorite guru that I definitely won't be buying a Lambo anytime soon. It's kind of depressing if I'm honest. But luckily there is a silver lining. I've actually made a lot more than that through the other revenue sources I have on this channel. And these are sources that none of the gurus tell you about. The first are brand deals like this. The second is affiliate deals where I show you helpful products and I get a commission every time you guys buy. And the third are my digital products and coaching services where I have guaranteed systems to help people grow their Instagram account or their YouTube channel. Together, combined, these help generate anywhere between about $50,000 and $125,000 a month for me. And while I do love talking about YouTube tactics, I actually plan on talking a lot more about these ways you can actually make money on social media in my upcoming videos. I think that'll be helpful for a lot of you to kind of see through all the nonsense that's out there, so make sure you're subscribed for that. All in all, I found that the term YouTube automation is pretty misleading. It's just another term created by gurus to make something sound easier than it actually is. It's kind of like the term dropshipping. The most successful dropshippers are the ones who actually build a brand. And similarly, the most successful YouTube automation channels are the ones who actually treat it like a YouTube channel. And that's why, as of today, I am quitting YouTube automation. I'm not quitting YouTube, but you'll never hear me refer to this channel as a YouTube automation channel ever again. And that's because through this journey, I've realized that that's not what this channel is. If you go back and rewatch this entire video, you'll see that all of the advice I've shared applies to all YouTube channels, not just YouTube automation channels. Now, I will continue to use my digital avatar because, to be honest, I'm way too lazy to sit down and film all this and set it up every time I want to put a video out. But I also will be showing you guys more of the real me because I want you guys to know that I'm just a normal guy and that anyone can accomplish these kinds of results when they know what actually works. All the information that I share is based on my real experiences, and this isn't just some AI cartoon fallacy channel like a lot of the stuff I see today. And finally, if any of you are thinking of starting a YouTube channel, let this be the sign that you start that project. Thank you so much for watching this channel, and as always, I will see you on the other side. Dude, this is ridiculous. There's no way I can wear this stuff.